Hi, I'm Teddy Neptune and today I'm going to react to Greek hip-hop again. Okay, I said again because this is episode 3. As you can read in the title, I have done 2 episodes before. One very old, bad camera and sound quality, but it's still a reaction that I think is okay. Second one, definitely better in terms of video and audio. And this one, I hope, is even better in terms of quality, but it's about the music, okay? So long story short, this is my 3rd episode of Greek hip-hop, me reacting to it, alright? So, and I'm excited because so far I had only good experiences reacting to Greek hip-hop. Okay, for those who are wondering, of course I am not ethnically German, but I was born and raised in Berlin, Germany. So I am German by nationality and that's all the experience I have. So I am reacting to Greek hip-hop from a German point of view because I speak German, I know lots of German rappers, and I also know lots of American rappers, of course, because it is, everywhere. But yeah, I speak German, that's like my first language. And as you can hear, I also speak English, and I'm doing this video in English because it is part of my international hip-hop reactions series, and English just happens to be the de facto world language, the international language, and this is why I'm using English. And I do not speak Greek, however I can read the Greek script, but it does take a bit longer for me because it is not the thing I use on all-day basis, So if that's clear, I would like to move on. Okay, let's start with the first song. Okay, song number 1. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, the title is Epio Palia Machi by ff.c, also known as Fortified Concept. That's the abbreviation ff.c. And I have reacted to one of their songs before, at least one of them, and I know they're really good. At least the one that I reacted to is good, so I'm optimistic. Okay, I think this is going to be a good song. Okay, interesting, almost orchestral like background music.
Κι όμως εσύ δεν κοιμάσαι. Απλά κάθεσαι, σκέφτεσαι και κάπου θυμάσαι. Αναπολύς τώρα με δέος λάθη από το παρελθόν. Μα δυστυχώς όπως βλέπω δεν έχεις βάλει μυαλό. Και έτσι λοιπόν μένω πάλι μες στο δικό σου κεφάλι. Μες στο κακό το καλό. Κι η μάχη αρχίζει και πάλι. Είμαι αυτός που φοβάσαι κι ας μην το λες τόσα χρόνια. Είμαι η πιο καλή πράξη που ανταμείβεται όνια. Κι έτσι πέφτω χαμηλά, ο ήλιος γίνεται σκοτάδι. Κι η ψυχή μου μοιρασμένη σε παράδεισο και άδειξα να κάνω μια αρχή. Μα τα ίδια λάθη πάλι, μια μάχη πιο παλιά.
The oldest battle. That's what it means.
Μην τολμήσεις καν να σκεφτείς. Έστω να αντισταθείς, αλλιώς μες στις αδυναμίες σου σίγουρα θα χαθείς. Γυναίκες, λεφτά, παντού υλικά αγαθά. Άρχισε μόνο σ' αυτά, είσαι ένα τίποτα πια. Βλέπεις ξέρω πότε, που, πώς και γιατί. Την πιο ευάλωτη στιγμή είμαι πάντα εκεί. Και είμαι πάντα εκεί. Πάντα όταν θες να σκοτώσεις και όταν τον καλύτερο σου φίλο πας να προδώσεις. Κι έτσι πέφτω χαμηλά, ο ήλιος γίνεται σκοτάδι. Κι η ψυχή μου μοιρασμένη σε παράδεισο και άδειξα να κάνω μια αρχή. Μα τα ίδια λάθη πάλι, μια μάχη πιο παλιά. Απ' τη γη και το φεγγάρι. Κι έτσι πέφτω χαμηλά, ο ήλιος γίνεται σκοτάδι. Κι η ψυχή μου μοιρασμένη σε παράδεισο και άδειξα να κάνω μια αρχή. Μα τα ίδια λάθη πάλι, μια μάχη πιο παλιά. Απ' τη γη και το φεγγάρι. Κι έτσι πέφτω χαμηλά, ο ήλιος γίνεται σκοτάδι. Κι η ψυχή μου μοιρασμένη σε παράδεισο και άδειξα να κάνω μια αρχή. Μα τα ίδια λάθη πάλι, μια μάχη πιο παλιά. Απ' τη γη και το φεγγάρι. Κι έτσι πέφτω χαμηλά, ο ήλιος γίνεται σκοτάδι. Κι η ψυχή μου μοιρασμένη σε παράδεισο και άδειξα να κάνω μια αρχή. Μα τα ίδια λάθη πάλι, μια μάχη πιο παλιά. Απ' τη γη και το φεγγάρι.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I like the beat. I like the almost orchestral like start. Okay, you have something like a choir. I don't know if it's supposed to be like an angelic choir or something like that in the background, but it's there. I think it fits. It's almost like a soundtrack to a battle scene, I guess. So it's good. Another thing I like is this. The title says "The Oldest Battle." That's basically the translation, and you see a chessboard. Okay, you know, dark versus light or black versus white, and even the players, they are accordingly dressed. And I do not understand what is actually being said throughout the song, but I find it interesting that the one standing at the end is the black king, not the white one. The white one is on the ground, lying there on the board. I mean, yeah, I don't know what exactly they were trying to tell you with that. Does it mean that darkness wins, or does it mean that the oldest battle just happened to be won by the bad ones? Or maybe black and white has no actual meaning in terms of how good they are, morality. It is just to distinguish one side or the other, and just one side happens to be the winner. Yeah, that's open for interpretation, I guess, unless it is clarified in the lyrics, which again I do not understand. And that brings me to another point. When lyrics are available, on YouTube, the translation I mean, then I turn them on, of course, and I will also try to figure out what is meant afterwards, after watching this. But you can, of course, let me know. You as Greek speaking people can let me know what is actually the case, with the lyrics, with the message of the song. That would help a lot. Yeah. Song number 2. Xupnios sta onera kapoyon alon. And it means something like wake up in someone else's dream, something like that. And it is by Terra Crew. Okay, and I know Terra Crew because I've reacted to at least one of their songs before, and I like that song that I reacted to. Okay, and I think Terra Crew is like one of the more old school Greek hip-hop groups. Okay, I don't know how old in the timeline of Greek hip-hop, but definitely among the OGs. Okay, and often also about politics, society, whatever, or at least that's my impression. And yeah, so this song might be political, societal, or maybe just some hardcore street hip-hop, whatever. It's going to be great, I think it's going to be great. So let's hear it. Okay, yeah. Old school. Okay, that came a bit sudden. Aggressive. Dude.
γύρω μου γκρεμίζονται. Αγωνίζομαι να παραμείνω όρθιος, ρίχνοντας με το πίσω μου φως. Ελληνικό, το φως εκείνο το επικίνδυνο για το σκοτάδι. Θέλω να σβήσω από πάνω μου κάθε σημάδι. Από το άγγιγμά τους, θέλω να αποκοπώ από τα δεσμά τους. Δεν κάνω κήρυγμα, αλλά και στο στραβό οικοδόμημά τους. Δεν γίνομαι πια στήριγμα, δεν τραγουδάω τραγουδά.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, the beat is old school. It is an old school beat. They sampled something which to me sounds like a slowed down version of some kind of techno whatever song. Okay. And yeah, so this is not rare. I mean, there are lots of hip hop beats which are basically just different genres slowed down or sped up to match the right BPMs for hip hop, of course, and they often do it with electronic music. And yeah, so that's I think what they did. Sounds like some kind of techno song, just slowed down maybe. Although it isn't even that slow. Actually, it is rather fast and it's aggressive. I mean, the vocals, okay, nice. It is a rather aggressive song, I would say, from the sound of it. And the video reminds me a lot of almost like some kind of yeah, I don't want to say like a spy or action thriller, not really, but like some kind of person monitoring the actions of this other person. Okay, just almost like a video game. Like under the music, it did remind me of some of the older 90s, maybe late 80s video games where you had this electronic background music, and it can be like, I don't know, a shooter or maybe even a strategy game which is set in the sci-fi future, whatever. Something like that, I don't know. But overall, I would say it is interesting, although I have no idea what they really say. But it's something, it's a good song, I would say. I mean, it sounds good. I don't really know what to really understand or take from the video. But I think it is about being monitored, I guess, or being controlled, perhaps. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and since they showed you the Olympus mountain, this thought came to my head: what would Zeus and Athene and whatever think of us, today? And also, what would they think of hip hop, maybe? This thought just crossed my mind. I don't know. And that is, of course, assuming they exist. Yeah, whatever. You can let me know. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, song number 3. Carlos Irthes Xene Stone Topomo by Active Member. I know Active Member, so I know it's going to be a good song. I'm optimistic about that. And I believe the song, the title means Stranger, Welcome to My Land, or Welcome to My Land, Stranger, something like that. And it is a live version of a song. I don't know how old the original is, the studio version, I mean, but this one was uploaded in 2016 by the actual, the band, the ones who made it. So it might be rather new. And understanding that some people, some of you, don't like the very old songs, although I personally do like them, understanding that, I also want to bring something which is a bit newer. Okay.
Καλώς ήρθες ξένα στον τόπο μου. Άραξε δίπλα να σου βάλω ένα κρασί να πεις συγχώρεσέ με λιγάκι για τον τρόπο μου. Μα με βρήκες στην αγκαλιά της ντροπής. Ξεμείνα μόνος μου μπάλα και κάτσε όπου θες. Κουρασμένος σε βλέπω πρέπει καιρό να γυρίζεις.
Σου και σένα λίγα χρόνια ήμουνα κάπου μακριά. Με φέραν πίσω δυνατές φωνές και κάποιες τύψεις που μου είπαν πως εδώ κοντά έχω γεννηθεί και έχω πεθάνει 2.000 φορές.
Οπότε κάποιοι μου το φόρεσαν για στέμα.
Definitely slower.
Βάζανε μεγάλο βασιλιά.
Slower, calm, also more emotional, I would say.
Γι' αυτό με βλέπεις μέσα στις σκιές. Σαν να φοβάμαι και να θέλω να γλιτώσω. Μια προσευχή σε ένα περβόλι με ελιές. Δεν με αφήσανε ποτέ να την τελειώσω. Αφού φωνάζουν όλοι αυτοί κι αφού σκοτώνουν στο όνομά μου, μέσα να βάλε τη γιορτή.
Violence.
Πάω να ξαπλώσω στα καρφιά μου.
Like that.
Πες τους ο χρόνος πως τρελάθηκε. Δεν κάνει στάση Γολγοθά. Πες ο παράξενος πως χάθηκε και φύγε οριστικά. Οι άλλοι παίξανε μαζί μου στους αιώνες. Αυτοκράτορα με χρήσανε, με κάναν στρατηγό. Τα απλά μου λόγια τα σκορπίσαν σαν κανόνες και δεν ήξερα τίποτα εγώ.
Που με βρήκες εδώ κάτω, τι με θες. Το μυαλό μου δεν σαλεύει από κούνια. Σαν να γεννήθηκα μου φαίνεται χτες. Ενώ υπάρχουν έξυπνοι μιλιούνια. Ωραίος παράξενε φίλε μου απόψε. Για την ανημποριά μου βρήκε σκοπό. Πάρε μια κούπα, πάρε ψωμί και κόψε. Να τελειώσω το τραγούδι και θα πάω να τους πω. Αφού φωνάζουν όλοι αυτοί κι αφού σκοτώνουν στο όνομά σου, θα πά' να βάλε τη γιορτή. Πας να ξαπλώσεις τα καρφιά σου. Αφού φωνάζουν όλοι αυτοί κι αφού σκοτώνουν στο όνομά σου, θα πά' να βάλε τη γιορτή. Πας να ξαπλώσεις τα καρφιά σου. Θα πω ο χρόνος πως τρελάθηκα. Δεν κάνει στάση Γολγοθά. Θα πω παράξενος πως χάθηκε και φύγε οριστικά.
Nice. Okay, it's a different type of song. I mean, okay, I'm not sure if you can say it is different from its theme maybe, but it is definitely different music-wise. Slower, calm, but I would say it is definitely more emotional. Although, I mean, the previous one was aggressive. This one is a bit more. I'm not sure if it is supposed to be hopeful or perhaps even desperate, because it is somewhere in between. I mean, it's difficult to tell from the tone of their voice, especially of the male vocalist. And okay, so it was uploaded in 2016. Okay, so maybe I can find some kind of context there. So I was thinking about maybe it has something to do with the refugee crisis, because when the title says "Stranger, welcome to my land," it could mean that they want to let the refugees into their land. Now that is of course another topic to debate. Some people, have strong opinions on either side. So this is not what I'm doing here, okay? I'm just trying to understand the context of it. It might be completely different, who knows? But yeah, it almost sounds like, to me at least, that they were recounting some kind of experience, maybe a story of a journey or just a life or something like that, growing up. Maybe something like that, and then in the context of arriving in some kind of place, maybe. So that's just what I got, or what I interpret out of it. What is really true, only people who speak Greek know, I guess. Yeah. In case you're wondering how I actually know what the titles mean, I'm not even sure. And just because I can read the title doesn't mean I understand the words that they mean. Okay, same goes for when I read Cyrillic titles, for example. I know how to read them, even more than I can read Greek. But I have no idea what they say, you know. They could be insulting me and I might just read it, think it's about bread or something. Whatever. Yeah. But I like the song, okay? I like the beat. I like the orchestral background score that appears every once in a while. I like that. Okay, so for those who do not know, I like pianos, I like strings, and I like it when the DJ uses the turntables during the breaks, which is becoming rare nowadays in popular hip-hop, because it's actually more pop music than hip-hop or trap or whatever they call it. So I like it musically, and I also like the vocal delivery as well. Okay, last but not least, Neo Elena Aku by Alpha Gamma. Although I also heard that the G in Greek is supposed to be pronounced differently. So I'm not sure if it's Alpha Gamma or Alpha Yama or something like that. But yeah, I just say Alpha Gamma because it seems to be the most natural, to me at least. But if it's wrong, then let me know. And I believe Neo Elena Aku means something like new or modern Greek. Listen. Yeah, something like that. So let's go. Huh. Yeah, this one is aggressive.
Ορίζονται στην βρώματα στην κουλεοφορίου. Κάποιοι καταδικαστήκαν να ξύνουν μια ζωή τον πάτο. Κι άλλοι δίχως να ταξίζουνε τα βρίσκουν έτοιμα στο πιάτο. Ξεχυθήκανε τα ψώνια σε δεξιώσεις και σαλόνια. Ποιοι γίνανε σωτήρες και ποιοι πήραν τα τιμόνια. Ποιοι αρχικοί του 2000 και ποιοι τα πιόνια. Ποιοι του έθνους οι μπαμπάδες και ποιοι έχουν τα γαλόνια. Μας γαμάνε εδώ και χρόνια. Μας πει να συμβιβαστείς με αυτό ή να το καταστρέψεις. Απάνθρωποι άνθρωποι προσωποποιημένα αυτίδια. Όλοι κοιτάνε το συμφέρον. Τα αγαπημένα αρχίδια. Τράνε μόνο τα χαρτιά. Σημαίνα τα παιχνίδια. Η δουλειά και η δουλεία. Και αυτό που θα συγκεντρωθείς πήρα τα σχολεία. Ουσία δεν υπάρχει συνουσία ξεκαμία. Όλοι προσπαθούν να βρουν διέξοδο. Μέσα από τα διέξοδο ετοιμαστείτε για την έφοδο. Άγνωστοι κλωστοί ψάχνουν τον έρωβο. Νέο Έλληνα, σκέψου καλά ποιες κυριεύουνε. Όλα μέρη μνημάσκοπα, όλοι θέλουνε λάδωμα. Κι εμείς από το reality show, κορυδιά και ψέμα. Μαύρη καρδιά, υπεράνω το βλέμμα. Μαγιά σου που βγαίνεις και συζητάς τα προβλήματά σου. Δεν καταλαβαίνεις πως έτσι χάνεις την προσωπικότητά σου, στάσου. Θα τους δεις όλους μπροστά σου σαν κοράκια. Να τρώνε τα λεφτά σου με αποτέλεσμα να ξαφνίσεις.
Greek flag, EU flag and Cyprus flag.
Πιο βρώμικοι από ό,τι ήταν θα γίνουνε. Είναι η παρουσία σας στο μεγάλο σας ψέμα. Σε μεγάλο βαθμό. Κάθε λεπτό και δευτερόλεπτο γι' αυτό σας μισώ. Δεν μπορώ να σκεφτώ ηλίθια πράγματα για αλήθεια συμφέροντα. Δεν μπορώ να ανεχτώ χώρα. Τραβείς αυτούς που νομίζουν πως με την τσέπη τους αξίζουν παρόλα αυτά. Μαρίνο τα αγγίζουν. Έλληνα, ακού, πρόσεξε καλά. Άνθρωποι γίνανε φίδια γιατί αγγίξαν λεφτά. Νεοέλληνες βλάκες συμβαδίζουν με εχθρούς. Καταστροφή είναι όλοι τους γιατί συμβάδισαν με τα μυαλά του. Τελευταία, ο πλούσιος πολιτισμός γυρίζει τη γη. Ζυγίζει τον κόσμο στα μέτρα του τον φέρνει. Η δόξα και το στυλ του γαμάω με αρρωσταίνει. Η φλωρή μαμόθρεφτα μου νόπανα με τον μπαμπακαβάτσα. Τα κινητά στην πόζα, όλοι φλωροί με φράτσα και φάτσα. Τα μπράτσα βγήκαν βόλτα στην πιάτσα. Σου λάτσαρουν φάτσα στα βράστα. Κάποιοι ακούσανε τη ραπ μουσική. Τώρα το παίζουνε τα μουλόπανα από εκεί. Είναι κακοί μόνο σε σένα και σε μένα. Πούστιδες και πολιτικοί που κουμαντάρουν το παιχνίδι που λέγεται ζωή. Ψάχνω μέθοδος να βρω έξοδος και έφοδος.
That was Tony Blair, so it's rather old. British PM from early 2000s.
Έλληνες, είδα τη σάπια του.
Νέο Έλληνα, άκου, πρόσεξε καλά. Άνθρωποι γίνονται φίδια γιατί αγγίξε λεφτά. Νέο Έλληνες βλάκες, τις βαδίζουν εχθρούς. Αποφύγουν όλοι τις κατσίπατες από τα μυαλά του.
Νέο Έλληνα, άκου, πρόσεξε καλά. Άνθρωποι γίνανε φίδια γιατί αγγίξαν λεφτά. Νέο Έλληνες βλάκες, συμβαδίζουν εχθρούς. Καταστροφή είναι όλοι τους γιατί συμβάδισαν με τα μυαλά του. Νέο.
Yeah, okay, that song was more aggressive. I like the beat. I think I just in general seem to have a rather positive opinion towards old school songs, okay? There's something about them. I think it's the simplicity of the beat and everything that is not that important for the message of the song. You know, that stuff is simple, and therefore you focus more on the lyrics. Of course, in this case, since I don't understand it, it's not that important, but the way they deliver the vocals is still important, and that is very strong in this one. And there are a few things which I noticed. Okay, so the Greek flag, the Cyprus flag, the EU flag there. So there's this thing, you know, you have Greece, it's in the EU. There are some people who argue over whether it should be in the EU or not. I mean, the country of Greece. And it is somewhat linked to the economy in Greece. And we all know about that. And then there's Cyprus, which is somehow officially it's Cyprus, and but the Turks also have their own part of Cyprus which they recognize as being a Turkish part of Cyprus, which the Greeks do not recognize. And it goes the other way around as well. You know, what the Greeks recognize as being, you know, just Greek or Cyprus in general, not fully recognized by Turkey, and so on. All that stuff, I don't know how relevant that is for this song. You saw the markets, the streets, and all of that. And I have to say, it somewhat gave me the impression of not really the typical European city or whatever. It's an older song. The upload is 2010, but the video is older. I know that because at some point you see Tony Blair, the British Prime Minister, of around the same time as when George W. Bush came to power. I don't know if he was even older than Bush or not, but yeah, so it's around the 2000, 2001, 2002 days, maybe a bit later as well, because I mean they just kept on being in power for a few years. Whatever. That's the context that I gathered, but the rest is still open, you know, unanswered of course, but you can help me with that, let me know what it's about. And yeah, so I would just say it is a protest song pointing out flaws in the system, and not just Greece but also Europe, you know, because EU and Tony Blair, whatever he is supposed to do in that video. And yeah, so I leave it at that. A nice one. I like the energy, the aggression. I like the beat, and overall it's solid. I like it. Okay, so that's it for today. I think I can say what I said the last time. Greek hip hop is great, and I really like the fact that although I don't speak Greek, me as someone who lives in Berlin, Germany, can still enjoy Greek hip hop. I mean, that's the greatness of the internet, along with the things that you might consider flaws of the internet, but that's great. I like Greek hip hop. It's I would say it's very real. Okay, so it's a serious business, so to speak. It's from what I listened to so far. I mean, obviously, people give me what I probably like most and what they like, so it is somewhat directed to have a certain impression on me. But I would say it is, no bullshit, just real talk in general. I like that. Okay. I will make another episode very soon. I want to make 2 episodes in a row so you have lots of content before you have to wait for the next Greek reaction video, which might take an eternity. Yeah. And I will keep reacting to more hip hop from Europe for a while. Okay, so what I have planned is, for example, also Hungary, Czech and Slovak hip hop. And I also want to go further into, Scandinavia and the Northwest Europe and so on. But that's for another day. Okay. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.